An entire world is ready
for you to start your career teaching the path to wellness.
Mastering the science of mindfulness.
And the art of coaching.
To help clients achieve mental, emotional, and physical betterment of life.
Through movement,
nutrition,
recovery, and regeneration.
Because impacting one person impacts a family.
Impacting a family impacts a community.
And impacting a community impacts the world.
Become an NASM certified wellness coach.
You're listening to the NASM CPT podcast with Rick Richey, the official podcast of the National Academy of Sports Medicine.
Hey, y'all, and welcome to the NASM CPT podcast. My name is Rick Richey, and I want to give a shout out to everyone on Instagram who has given me a shout out. So I get people who do little clips from the show. They post it on their stories or posts. And for that, I want to express my gratitude. I always comment. I always like. I share. I appreciate it. Speaking of sharing, if you do like the show, make sure you share it with your fitness friends and family. And also be sure to like the show. Thank you so much. Today, we're going to be talking about a question that somebody reached out to me. So again, this is an Instagram outreach. Somebody DM'd me. He listens to the show on a regular basis and had a question. The question was, when you go through fitness topics and you talk about the OPT model, I really love it, but, and here's the but, this person works at a place where they only do 30-minute sessions. So the question was, how do I take all this stuff that you're talking about, whittle it down by half, make it half? What do I do? Do I only do core and balance stuff on one day and the foam rolling, and then on another day do the resistance training? How does it work? Help. So we're going to talk about getting the most out of your 30-minute workout, and I think this is good for you and your own workouts, but certainly we're most talking about what this is like for personal trainers as you continue to work with your clients one-on-one. So let's talk about what's going on here. I think one of the big things, and this is the first option, this is the most important option. The first option is if you've got somebody coming in doing a 30-minute session, then do your best to program out what their movement prep is. So when they're going to come in prior to the workout, and they can do their foam rolling, and they can do their stretching, and they can do some of the dynamic work that you may have them do, even some of the core prep that you have them do. So you can move them right into some of the resistance training. I think that's pretty good. However, there's a problem with option one. The problem with option one is that most people also only do 30-minute sessions because they don't have time to do the hour-long sessions. I think about people who come to me from work and they leave work and we do an hour session. They come in, and most people, I get to foam roll and stretch prior to doing their workouts. And let's say it takes 20 minutes to get to me. And then they foam roll and stretch for 10 minutes. That's 30 minutes. We do an hour, and then they shower and they go back to work, and that's another 30 minutes, 2 hours. That's 2 hours of their day, maybe a little bit less, but 2 hours of a day that they've committed to this workout. So not only are they paying for the session, but they are spending almost twice the amount of time of the session just commuting, getting ready for training, getting ready to go back to work, or whatever the case may be. So with that being said, from a trainer's perspective, I want to look at what those clients are committing to me, because I want to make it the best session that they can have, knowing what they go through in order to have this session. And we didn't even talk about them paying it, and then they pay for it. So what if that doesn't work? What if them coming in early doesn't work? Well, there's option number two. Can't come in early. Now what? Well, fitness clients, this is a conversation for you. When I say fitness clients, I mean weight loss clients, people for health, people longevity, people who want to feel and function better. I'm not necessarily talking about bodybuilding, though bodybuilding would not, they would not lose out on this, but this workout that I'm going to go through is not a bodybuilding workout. It's more of like a healthy fitness based longevity feel, function, even weight loss. So a large caloric expenditure for the amount of time. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to provide a sample circuit of what you can do for a 30-minute workout. So here's what I'm starting out with. As you know, we might have foam rolling and stretching. So I just have a sample circuit without the foam rolling or the stretching. It doesn't mean you can't do it. You could just remove some of the things that I have here. So you can foam roll, and I like to just hit the hot spots too, like calves, TFL, lats. Those are my 3 hot spots on foam rolling. If I do an assessment or you're coming in for a first time and I don't really have much time to work with you, then I'm just going to assume that these are 3 good spots for you. Now, most of the times I can do a quick overhead squat assessment and throw them the keys to the foam rolling, let them know exactly what they need to do. But if not, TFL, calves, TFL, and lats are my big 3, and then you can stretch those out. So let's jump right into CBR, so core, balance, and reactive, or plyometrics. And this is what I have. So follow me with this. I've got a bridge, and I want to do each of these exercises for 30 seconds. So I'm not doing repetitions for this right now. I'm doing duration. So 30 seconds of bridge. I'm going to do a second exercise. I like to do bridge first because I like to fire my glutes, because then when I do the plank, I can ensure a better glute squeeze while focusing on the plank exercise. So I got a bridge, I got a plank, and then I'm going through a plank series. Then I'm going to do a side plank, and then I got to do it on the other side. And then there's another plank out there, an adductor plank, sometimes referred to as a Copenhagen plank, where you prop one leg up on a step or a bench and you lift up your body with your adductor. So I might do an adductor plank on one side and then the other. So when I do both sides, I take my bridge for 30 seconds, my plank for 30 seconds, that's 1 minute, side plank on each side, 1 minute, adductor plank on each side, that's 1 minute, 3 minutes, done. 3 minutes for my core, balance, and reactive work. All right, cool. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm transitioning right into my balance. So single leg frontal plane reach is what I have, followed by a single leg arm runners. So you're standing on a single leg, you're pumping your arms forward and backwards as if you are moving, but you have to keep your hips and your leg in a stable position. So the arms are moving and the core is maintaining stability. And really what you're trying to do is keep your foot, ankle, knee, and the hip stable. And you'll notice as the arms are pumping forward and backwards, they're both moving forward and backwards in the sagittal plane, but it's a rotational component. It's actually an anti-rotational exercise for your stance leg, because as one arm throws forward and the other one moves back, that creates a rotational force. So you're going back and forth, these rotational forces. So now we did a frontal plane reach, frontal plane. Now it's a arm runner, so it's a transverse plane or a horizontal plane stabilization. And then I have people do reverse lunge to balance. So it's 2 stabilization balance exercises. And this is more of a strength balance exercise. And I'm 30 seconds each leg. So it's 1 minute per exercise. Frontal plane reach, arm runners, reverse lunge to balance. That's 3 minutes down along with our previous 3 minutes. That's 6 minutes of your 30-minute workout down. Then I'm going to do the plyometrics. We're going to do squat jump to hold for 1 minute. So 1 minute squat jump to hold, and you could do for 10 repetitions, just have them hold for 4 seconds. That's 40 seconds. And they get 20 seconds to transition into the next exercise. So you could do 10 repetitions. That's fine. And they transition into it. So by the time they're done with their core and their balance and their plyometrics, they have a total of 7 minutes of the workout is complete. And now what? Now we get into the resistance training component. Now in the resistance training component, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a 2-0-2-0. That's your tempo. So a 2-0-2, and the other 0 is the other end of the spectrum. So it's a 2-second eccentric, 0 isometric at the bottom, 2-second concentric, 0 isometric at the top. And we're going to do 15 repetitions. That's going to equal about, 1 minute per exercise, right? So doing longer exercises like our first one on the list, you probably won't get as many. So I spend more time focusing on, let's do this slowly and we'll get 60 seconds in. So the first one is going to be squat curl to overhead press is what I'm giving you. So here is your circuit, squat curl to overhead press. As soon as you're done with those dumbbells, put them to the side with your squat, curl, overhead press, right down into your 2020 push-ups for 1 minute, or you do 15 repetitions. Then grab those dumbbells again and go back into your kickstand RDLs. So it's like a single leg RDL, but you've got one leg, like the toes down on the other leg as a kickstand, so that you're not having to focus so much on the balance. You're really focused on the single leg work without the teetering and the potential to fall over. So keep that rear foot down. Use that to help you maintain your balance and go into your kickstand RDLs. As soon as you're done with your kickstand RDLs, you can put those dumbbells down and go into body weight rows. So you can do that with a large parallel. You can do it by setting up a bar somewhere. You can, if you don't have that, and you just want to do the dumbbell bent over rows with what you did the RDLs with, you can do that as well. All right, cool. So now we've gone total body exercise, upper body, lower body exercise, upper body. We're going to go lower body exercise again. We're going to go into a split squat. So a split squat is the same thing as a static lunge. You're in a lunge position, but you just drop down and come right back up. You're not lunging. So the forward leg's not moving forward and backwards. Your rear foot's not moving. You're just staying in that staggered position in the split squat, dropping straight down, coming straight back up. And you're going to do those split squats, and you're going to superset that with the shoulder press, right into the shoulder press. So you can do split squat, shoulder press, do split squat on each leg, and then a set of shoulder press. At the end of this, squat, curl, overhead press, push up, kickstand RDLs, body weight rows, split squats, shoulder press. Take 1 minute break, including the 1 minute break, because you've done everything for 1 minute, 6 exercises. That's 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So let's take this 7 minutes. After the break, you're going to cycle back through it again. When you cycle back through it again, it's going to be 1 minute for each of those exercises, 6 exercises, 1 minute break. That's 14 minutes. Then you're going to do the 6 exercises, and you can take another minute break, or you can go right into the stretching. That's 21 minutes plus the 3 minutes we did for core, plus the 3 minutes that we did for the balance exercises. That puts you at a total of 27 minutes. So you have 3 minutes left. So if you want to go into your stretching and the rescheduling process, let's make sure we get you scheduled in and booked up for your next session. Then you now have a sufficient peripheral heart action, total body exercise for 30 minutes. You have a 30-minute workout right there. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. If you want a copy of this workout, then please email me, and I'm going to add you to my NASM Edge app. And we just did a NASM Edge podcast, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. And I've started using the Edge app. Now, I'm still trying to figure some things out, but this is one good way to make sure that I'm figuring it out is why don't you be my client for this workout? So if you want this workout, I'm going to load it up into the NASM Edge app. You email me, let me know that you want to be my client for this workout. That way, you'll be able to see what the NASM Edge app looks like, and you'll also be able to check this workout out. You can load it in. You can see videos of what the exercises look like, and you have it there ready for you. Because some of you might be looking at this and being like, I hear what you're saying, but I don't know what those exercises are. All right. Email me. I'll get you set up. You'll be one of my clients, and I'll train you on the app for the session. So I'll load it in for you. If you already are an app user, you use this for your business, you're going to have to send that to me. Send me your email address with a different email, because you're already set up as a trainer. So I need you to be able to log in and be a client. So you have to log out of your business one, log back in with the email address that you sent me, and then you will be a client in this particular one. So if that's something you want to do, then definitely reach out to me. We'll get you set up and scheduled. So I thought this was good when somebody asked, what do I do with a 30-minute workout? What does that look like? Then yes, you can do real high level stuff where you go, okay, quick foam roll, maybe a quick stretch or dynamic stretches. I added the core, the balance, and the plyometrics into it. And then we went right in to a circuit workout. One of the other things that I do in circuit workouts is oftentimes I might take the first two. So if I've got somebody not quite as conditioned, I might do the first two exercises together, take a small break. Second two exercises together, take a small break. And then the third exercise is a small break. And I might have them run through it that way a couple of times. And then I love doing this. The third set, I put everything together in a large circuit and say, if you can stick with it, then stick with it. If you need to take a break, take a break. Whatever we can get to and through is what we will do. And if we start to run out of time, then I stop you as far as you got through it. And people respond really well to that. Plus, I've been doing this kind of like broken up large circuit that leads to a giant circuit so often that my clients tend to know what's going to happen once we start setting it up like this. So they're on to me. They're on to me. They're figuring me out. All right. With that being said, I'd love to have you try the circuit. And if you've got questions for me, please reach out to me. You can do that by hitting me up on Instagram at dr.rickrechey, R-I-C-H-E-Y, or you can email me at rick.richey@nasm.org. Thanks for listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. This has been the NASM CPT Podcast.